In the heart of the vast savanna, under the watchful gaze of the acacia trees, lived a tiny lion cub named Leo. He was small, even for a cub, with a fluffy mane that looked more like a dandelion puff than a king's crown. But what Leo lacked in size, he made up for in spirit. His heart was as big as the endless sky, filled with dreams of becoming a great hero, just like the legends his mother told him at twilight. One scorching afternoon, as the heat shimmered above the grasslands, a wave of panic swept through the animal kingdom. A monstrous wildfire, a roaring beast of orange and black, was devouring everything in its path. Animals scattered in terror, their cries echoing across the plains. Leo's little heart pounded in his chest. This was it. This was his chance to prove his courage. He watched as a magnificent lion, with a mane as dark as the midnight sky and muscles that rippled with power, stood upon a high rock. His name was Brutus, and his roar was said to shake the very mountains. "Fear not," Brutus bellowed, his voice booming with authority. "I, Brutus, will face this fire. I will lead you all to safety." The animals cheered, their hope renewed. Brutus was their hero, their savior. He confidently led a large group towards a narrow gorge, promising a safe passage to the other side. Leo, however, felt a prickle of doubt. He had played in that gorge many times. He knew it was a dead end, a trap hauled by unclimbable cliffs. He tried to warn them, his small squeaks lost in the thundering applause for Brutus. "Wait, it's the wrong way," he cried, but no one listened. They were mesmerized by the fake hero, by his confident roar and impressive appearance. Leo's heart sank. He had to do something. While Brutus led the crowd to their doom, Leo remembered a secret path his father had shown him, a hidden trail winding behind a waterfall, leading to the cool, damp caves on the other side of the ridge. It was a longer, more difficult path, but it was safe. He knew he couldn't convince the whole crowd, but maybe he could save a few. He scampered over to a small family of meerkats huddled in fear, a frightened zebra foal separated from its mother, and an old, wise tortoise who looked at him with knowing eyes. "Follow me," Leo urged, his voice filled with a desperate sincerity. "I know a safe way. Please, trust me." They hesitated, looking from the tiny cub to the mighty Brutus in the distance. But something in Leo's earnest eyes, something in his unwavering determination, convinced them. The old tortoise nodded slowly. "The loudest roar does not always speak the greatest truth," he rasped. "Lead on, little one." Together, the small, unlikely group followed Leo. The journey was treacherous. Smoke stung their eyes, and the roar of the fire was deafening. But Leo was fearless. He guided them through thorny bushes, over slippery rocks, and finally, behind the shimmering curtain of the waterfall. They emerged into the cool, dark caves, just as a wall of flames engulfed the entrance to the dead-end gorge where Brutus had led the others. The air in the cave was cool and moist, a stark contrast to the burning world outside. The animals with Leo breathed a collective sigh of relief. They were safe. The zebra foal nuzzled Leo gratefully, and the meerkats chittered their thanks. Days later, when the fire had passed, leaving behind a scarred but slowly healing landscape, the survivors emerged. The news of Brutus's folly had spread. He had managed to escape the gorge by scrambling up a narrow crevice, but he had abandoned everyone else to their fate. He was no hero. He was a coward who had traded others' lives for his own glory. His magnificent mane now seemed dull, his powerful roar hollow. The animals who had followed Leo gathered around him. They looked at the small cub, not with pity for his size, but with awe for his courage. He hadn't boasted or made grand promises. He had simply seen the truth and acted on it, guided by knowledge and a genuine desire to help. From that day on, Leo was the true hero of the savannah. He never grew a mane as dark as Brutus's or a roar that could shake mountains. But his name was whispered with respect and love from the giraffes in the high branches to the termites deep in their mounds. He taught them all a valuable lesson, that true heroism isn't about size or strength or a loud voice. It's about wisdom, courage, and a heart that beats for others. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, even when you're just a small cub with a big heart. And sometimes, the smallest paws leave the biggest footprints on the world. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the wild. We'll see you in the next video.